All right, here we are back again. I'm on this Grid Legends because I didn't get to play last week. We did a week without screens, so um, which is all right. I'm actually like more or less broken of my scrolling habit. So I turned off the first day. I turned off the notifications for Facebook and Instagram, and I just left them off. So like now, like occasionally somebody messages me on there, and I just don't reply. I don't get on. I don't scroll. I'm not watching any of those videos or any of that. Like, I've heard a little bit about the short form content, what it does to our brains is not good. I don't know why I'm fine. I'm totally fine. And then every time I start recording, I just need to sneeze. Like, anyways, but so I haven't really done a lot of screens all week. I'm too busy throughout the day. So I've done Minecraft with the kids. And so let's see, we did that on Thursday. Wednesday, I did sort of edit. I offloaded all of my new channel's content that I've been making. I think I don't know how many. I've probably got 6 to 8 videos that need to be edited for that. And whenever I get it, I think that's going to be Phoenix Appliance Repair. I'm going to try to get that name for the channel. That's what the business name ended up being. So that's going to be that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upload all of my old appliance repair videos to it, and then begin to upload new appliance repair videos. And I'm going to try to do a daily upload on that. So I'm going to get ahead on it a little bit first, just so that when I miss days, hopefully there's some days I can make 2 videos and some days I won't make any. And so I can kind of keep it going for as long as possible on a daily upload. It is really hard to do that. It's grueling, to get a daily upload on that type of channel, because I mean to edit the videos actually isn't as long as it could be. I can edit a 10-minute video. It takes me about an hour or 2, but I am so busy beyond that. It's like, I get up and go to work, and then I get home from work and I hang out with the family for a minute, and then it's back to work out on appliances. And so I'm doing that from like 3 in the morning till like 3 in the afternoon every day. And then, from there, what I need to do from there is, I need to do my drum practice for an hour. If I'm editing for another hour, now you're looking at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I need to do one class with the kids at least for an hour. And then I got to make dinner, and, some nights we have soccer practice and other events. So it gets messed up. I get to the point to where I'm doing things from 3 in the morning till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And then, I basically have an hour and it's back to work again the next day. So, so that I need to get ahead so that I can miss some days, because some days just aren't going to happen. Let's see. And I'm not sure that it really matters, but what I want to do is like, I just want to see what will happen if you get a brand new channel with no subscribers and you don't advertise it at all. Because I know these videos will hit if YouTube sort of gives them a little nudge. because they hit on my other channel. Like these videos got the most views in the shortest amount of time of any videos that I've ever posted. And I think they did because they have the potential to help the most people. And so, but the problem is that on the channel that they're on, it's like we also do live stream of the band, and I post my projects on there. So it's like you get an appliance video, and then all of a sudden we're working on a Suburban, you know, or doing a live stream of like us playing music or whatever. It's like it's kind of all over the place. And so what I'm trying to do now is focus in to where this channel is these, whatever this is, a podcast or whatever that nobody watches, which is fine. And then, you know, it's more or less just for me to get my thoughts out to something, which I think is supposed to help. It's supposed to help with stuff. And then the other channel, you know, is just going to be for appliances. Did I do this one? It says finish 7th or higher. I guess I did. And then this, you know, and then the other channel will just be for the band. I think that's the sort of the idea. And maybe the random project video, you know, like I might put my trailer, if I ever finish editing my trailer video. I think I got it all edited, but the problem is there's no commentary. So, like, I need to go over it and record all the commentary. And maybe I'll do that today. I don't know. And then post that. Because that was a cool project. I made this trailer that has a collapsible bathroom on the front of it. I don't know if I output that video or not. Let me look in here real quick. You know, because that's the thing is like, I just don't know. Let's see. Name. What would I have even called it? Well, I have this one. It says trailer teardown. Okay, so I did output some of it. I could drag it into here. But so, you know, it's like I basically built this box on the front of this thing. Let's see, let's close this. I don't like how this, yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna do something here. Okay, so this is the video here. Just let me make sure that there's no audio. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so basically this is what I started with. It was this trailer, you know. I'm actually also gonna mute the PlayStation because that audio is bugging me now. So, you know, I got this thing pretty cheap on, you know, a Craigslist like website. And you know, so what I need to do is I've edited together all of this and I need to go over it. But basically, if you look right behind me, you see that like moon? That whole box right behind me. This was the idea. What the idea was to build like this big box that had a toilet in it and like a black tank underneath it. And basically it would just be something I could throw on my other trailer and go camping. Put some gear on my little trailer and a bathroom, because we can sleep in the truck or in a tent, and then we have our own bathroom, you know, that's not a pit toilet or, you know, it's not 200 feet away from where we're sleeping or, you know, whatever. Like, it's just right there. We can just use it as needed and so forth. And so yeah, so I got this little trailer. And basically all of these boards, they were thick boards, but they were just nailed down to it. And so I just started stripping it down. And this is a project I started last July or June. I think it was July. So it did take me a while, but I didn't like work on it every day or whatever. So, you know, and I'm sorry if you came here for the Grid Legends, because apparently we're doing this now. But I basically just went around and cut off all these side rails. This won't take very long anyways. I'm just, thinking about it, and so I'm going to go through it. But what I'm going to do is I've edited this together, and I'm going to go over it and try to do a commentary over it like I don't know if like Blacktail Studios does. Like he basically just builds these really high-end tables, and then he films like this, and he edits together like this just of him working, and then he just commentates like what he's doing and why he's doing it and stuff like that. And it's like I feel like his humor is similar to mine. It's like dry, and you don't know if he's joking sometimes or what, but anyway, so we cut off these side rails. But I don't know. I started to do it, and then I made a couple jokes, and I was like, well, are these in bad taste, But basically what I did is the front of this thing had this like cross support right here, and I cut it off. And the black tank is going to go right in there where I'm at, and the whole like front area of the bathroom will be right there. And this video is only the first part too, and that's probably the other issues that I'm going to need to. I might need to condense it and cut it down even more into one full video. But I was going to try to make, this style of video where it's like commentating over, and then, just me working the whole time. So I don't even know if I put in like, the actual sounds of me grinding. Looks like I did. I don't know if there's commentary over it or not. I can't hear it in my headphones right now because I don't have it. Let's see if I can output it here to myself. Let's see. Well, why is the PS5? If I PS5 audio. Okay, that's why. See it's on monitor only. So if I put the Trailer Town on monitor only too, then I should be able to hear it. Sorry, it's like I have to figure out how I have this set up because it's weird. But yeah, so there's the black tank, and basically I was able to just put it in there just like that. Put it on some jack stands so I could make sure it would work right, and it fit just like very well in there. It's not that low. Like you see, it doesn't really sit very low. There's the toilet. Basically, it's going to be like that. What it ended up being was the reverse of that, but same thing. Toilet's just on the other side instead of, instead of on that side, it's on the other side. So, I do some calculations. I should be able to hear this in my headphones now. Yeah, see, so I'm still talking in that video. It's a good thing I turned it down, I guess. Let's see. I got my safety squints on there. Like, gotta make sure that I have lived so many years wearing glasses. Like, to be able to see that when I started this project, this is one of the first grinding and welding projects I've done without wearing glasses, just contacts. And by the end of this project, I'm wearing my safety glasses all the time because I just forget, because I used to just have glasses on. So they just were safety glasses at the same time. And yeah, see, so it's like that will go into there, and those angles just kind of hold that black tank in. But anyways, let's skip ahead a lot here. So this is what it is I've built this frame. So this is right above that, the left and the right. Basically the camera's where the toilet was, more or less. So here's what we have. So right here you see, you can see there's a frame coming together. And what I've done is I've built two frames, okay? And I did try to put these like rollers on it, but I basically built two frames, one on top of the other, so that it goes like this, like a box goes over another box, right? And so the bathroom is inside those two boxes. I think at some point we were kind of actuating it, maybe right here. See, so it just like the one box lifts up over the other box, and it creates a room with a bathroom in it. So yeah, anyways, I mean it turned out pretty good. I mean, so there we can kind of see. I got to the point where I had this winch on the front to run it up and down, but it just, which would have worked. Like it was fine. See, like he can do it. But there were problems with this setup, and the main problems were that basically that I just didn't want to have to get on there and like crank the thing to get it up. So I came up with this like air system, and like I eventually, I designed that part of it, the lift part, basically 3 times, and well, 4 times really, and 2 of the systems sort of worked, and one didn't work at all, and the last one works really well to where I don't even touch the box. It's all air. I float it basically. It's all on like air pistons, for lack of a better word. I don't know what they call them, air rams, but basically hydraulics but with air. And luckily, thank goodness for Amazon, I guess, because I was able to find like these air pistons that I'm assuming they use in like automation, like maybe in factories, but fairly cheaply. I could get these things, and basically I built this trailer that will just like, I just put air in these pistons and the box lifts, and so, what I want to do is, well, we're talking about maybe building some more and maybe selling them. I don't know, but because you could tow this thing behind a Jeep. It's just this little single axle trailer. It's like, it's under. It's got 4 lug tires. It's like it's not, it's nothing crazy. I don't know how big the deck is. Right now, the deck is probably like 7 feet wide, maybe 6.5 feet wide on the back part, and like maybe 3 or 4 feet deep. So I just put my bikes on the back, and I put my, the bathroom is on the front or whatever. Let me see if I can get a finished picture here, which I'm sure I can, but I ended up putting some stickers on it. Yeah, I don't know. I probably can't get this thing to plug in. Hold on a second. Let me look at this. I think it. Let me see if, because what I might be able to do is, if I can, okay, cool. Yeah, that worked. So, put this, here we go. So this is just my phone here. Let's see if I can make this bigger and just show you the picture. So this is like the door. This is like the what ended up being the left side of the box. And like I'll do a better video on all this stuff later too, but this is like the door of the box. So that whole situation rises, like all of that goes up. Let me see if I can get, oh, did I break it? Okay, scene 4. Oh, I broke it. Oh, why? Okay. I don't know what's happening to the computer. It doesn't like going to scene 4, so hopefully it fixed itself. But these are just all the graphics that I did. Let me mute that again and see. if I can find a better like full picture of it, because I recently did the stickers on it, you know, but basically it's just the whole front of the box will like kind of lift in the air. And you know, here's some pictures of the inside of the box with the toilet. And I did end up building a little box over the electronics behind the toilet there, but on the left, I have a switch box, and then there's the toilet. And you know, on top of it there is like um on the top of the whole box is solar panels. I got a different battery set up. Those are just batteries that I was using temporarily, but that's what I ended up with for wiring, as far as like the you know, the charge controller. I cleaned up these wires, but you know, they're like that, and I put this little board back there. And this is all now buried behind stuff. So let's see. Yeah. So, and let me see if I can get a picture of like the whole thing. Well, here's like the whole thing on you know, the whole thing loaded behind the truck. And then that front, you know, this front box just lifts. So I got this like handle on it here to keep the door closed in case it pops open or something. I got this light, which those lights are pretty good. They're not tied to the battery, they're just solar. So I got this like I don't know what you call that, like a rain gutter situation over the door so that the rain doesn't go in there. 100-watt Renogy panel. And then for now, because eventually this will be an e-bike hauler, but for now we got these. I just have a regular bike rack into a hitch that goes into the middle of the deck. And then I have the deck split like this to where it's up like that, because this whole trailer drops. It's on airbags. So let me see if I can find that. I wasn't prepared to do this sort of video. I just, you know, just jump into stuff sometimes. So basically, like I want to get, you know, I want to, yeah, I got lights. Let's see. That's all the light video. You know, basically I think I could build these, but I don't know. It was a lot of work to build it. Like, here's the airbags. So this is all painted too, but this is the suspension I built for it. So there's the airbag right in there. This right here, this bar going across, that's a control arm sort of thing. It's a swing arm. It like swings up and down so the suspension will move. And I think I actually, if you go back, I do have videos of me catting out this stuff, because I did kind of cat it before I built it in real life. But there's the airbag. So that's all underneath that back deck back there is what all that is. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I have any videos on this phone of the thing going up and down or not. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. This is the one right here. So there's the box, and it is actually lifting right now with air. I know that, like, it's lifting and dropping. That might have been one of the first times that I did it. And so basically we didn't go all the way up that time for some reason, but see, it's actually lifting up. And that's how it works. It just lifts. And you know, I did try to drop it. I did like a dry drop, like where I just, like a catastrophic failure test where I just let all the air out instantly. I just, like, you know, and the box did come down smooth, and it didn't just fall down. It still came down pretty slow. So, you know, I think it's, you know, fairly safe enough. Like, that's what I need to figure out if I was going to sell them, is I would need to figure out exactly what to do about insurance and that sort of thing. But here's me lifting the airbags up and then letting the air out. So you see, I get like 8 or 10 inches or so of lift, and then when it's aired out, the wheels go up in it like that, kinda, and then basically the reason for all that is besides the coolness factor is just 'cause then I don't need any kind of step to get into the bathroom. It's also nice to when I'm loading and unloading the bikes because the whole back deck drops. So I don't have to lift the bikes as high to get them on that rack. So like when we go biking, we go on Sundays. I'd haul that trailer to the trail and then I air out. And even with it hooked up to the truck, the whole back of the trailer just drops and lands on the ground. So then I just unload it and, then it's sitting on the ground while I go ride a bike or on the parking lot or whatever. And it has like this big old channel steel bumper, which is actually like it's either the same material as the frame or thicker material than the frame, and it just sits on that, and it's totally stable. I also, custom made stabilizers for it because they came with stabilizers, but they were too long, so I had to chop them, and I basically, re-welded them. I shortened them so that they work for my situation, but which is nice. And then, but I don't always use those. Like that back bumper works really well as just a stabilizer. So, I mean, basically, it makes it easier to load and unload the bikes. So I have two valves, and the one valve makes the box rise and fall. Now, the only thing that I would say that I'm going to change or try to change is the door, because right now I have it to where the bottom box door I have it where it just bolts on to the top box. So the top box rises up, and then I take the bottom door portion and bolt it to the top door. And what I want to do is build more of an accordion door. I want to build a door so I just basically lift the box, put a safety pin in so that it can't fall on anybody's head, and then I want the door to just be there already. I have some ideas how to do it. The main problem is the door latch, and so basically I just need to figure that out. But yeah, so that is something that I will probably design and build at some point, and it might end up on this channel in CAD videos, because I'm going to try to, every time I have to CAD something, I'm going to try to do it on a live stream here. But basically, that's that. So hopefully this stream isn't too messed up. I don't know what is happening, but I think whatever on that other scene, when I go to it, it glitches out or whatever. This software or my computer or whatever, it can only handle like one input per USB. So I think since I wasn't planning this, I didn't have time to test it, but that iPhone cord is must be hooked into the same input of something else, which it shouldn't be though. Yeah, it isn't, because I'm not using, I don't know what input is on scene 4. Let's go to it now and see if it glitches. Yeah, it's still glitching. This is the same. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so on that scene, there's a camera input, even though that camera isn't on right now. Well, maybe it is on. I don't know. It's still glitching out because it's trying to find both, I guess. I don't know. This computer is like super fast. It's an i9 MacBook Pro. And it's interesting because it's got to be the fastest computer I've ever owned, and it does a lot. I mean, like I can do 4K video, and it doesn't seem or feel like 4K video editing, and rendering. It does it really fast, but it's like some of these other things. Like I kind of sort of wish that I would have done a. Okay, what happened to my audio now? My PS5 audio isn't working now. Oh, see, it's glitching. Let's see. I wish I would have done a Hackintosh instead. Let's see if it will catch up or not. It's like you did too much stuff and now I'm screwed. Alright, I'm probably going to have to start the stream over again. Unless that's the wrong... It's not the wrong one. That's the only one it could be. Yeah, it's glitched. I'm going to stop the stream and start it